Bienvenue chez Exam Heist, votre partenaire de confiance pour réussir vos certifications. Nous proposons des supports d'études complets, en ligne et hors ligne. Et nous sommes là pour vous guider pas à chaque étape. Des guides PDF détaillés aux exercices pratiques bien structurés. Toutes les questions essentielles sont soigneusement couvertes pour vous donner toutes les chances de réussir. Vous aurez toujours les bonnes ressources à portée de main. Téléchargez les PDFs. Faites des tests et connectez-vous à notre équipe d'assistance experte. Avec la pratique interactive en ligne. Entraînez-vous et quand vous voulez. À votre rythme. Nos PDFs prêts pour l'examen sont soigneusement élaborés et régulièrement mis à jour. Des milliers d'apprenants certifiés font confiance à notre qualité et à notre sérieux. Des professionnels qualifiés sont disponibles pour répondre à vos questions. Commencez dès aujourd'hui et donnez à votre préparation l'avantage décisif avec Exam Heist. Visitez Exam Heist. Comme dès maintenant. Exam Heist. Votre parcours vers le succès commence ici.
Question 1. A recent zero-day vulnerability is being actively exploited. Requires no user interaction or privilege escalation. And has a significant impact to confidentiality and integrity but not to availability. Which of the following CVE metrics would be most accurate for this zero-day threat? Option A. CVSS 31 AV NAC LPR NUI NS UC HI KA L. Option B. CVSS 31 AV K AC LPR HUI RS C C HI HA L. Option C. CVSS 31 AV NAC LPR NUI HS UC LI N A H. Option D. CVSS 31 AV L AC LPR RUI RS UC HI L A H. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. CVSS 31 AV NAC LPR NUI NS UC HI KA L. Question 2. Which of the following tools would work best to prevent the exposure of P outside of an organization? Option A. PUM. Option B. IDs. Option C. PKI. Option D. DLP. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D. DLP. Question 3. An organization conducted a web application vulnerability assessment against the corporate website. And the following output was observed. Which of the following tuning recommendations should the security analyst share? Option A. Set an HTTP-only flag to force communication by HTTPS. Option B. Block requests without an X-frame options header. Option C. Configure an access control allow origin header to authorized domains. Option D. Disable the cross-origin resource sharing header. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C. Configure an access control allow origin header to authorized domains. Question 4. Which of the following items should be included in a vulnerability scan report? Choose 2. Option A. Lessons learned. Option B. Service level agreement. Option C. Playbook. Option D. Affected hosts. Option E. Risk score. Option F. Education plan. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D. Affected hosts. Option E. Risk score. Question 5. The chief executive officer of an organization recently heard that exploitation of new attacks in the industry was happening approximately 45 days after a patch was released. Which of the following would best protect this organization? Option A. A mean time to remediate of 30 days. Option B. A mean time to detect of 45 days. Option C. A mean time to respond of 15 days. Option D. Third-party application testing. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C. A mean time to respond of 15 days. Question 6. A security analyst recently joined the team and is trying to determine which scripting language is being used in a production script to determine if it is malicious. Given the following script, which of the following scripting languages was used in the script? Option A. PowerShell. Option B. Ruby. Option C. Python. Option D. Shell script. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. PowerShell. Question 7. A company's user accounts have been compromised. Users are also reporting that the company's internal portal is sometimes only accessible through HTTP. Other times, it is accessible through HTTPS. Which of the following most likely describes the observed activity? Option A. There is an issue with the SSL certificate causing port 443 to become unavailable for HTTPS access. Option B. An on-path attack is being performed by someone with internal access that forces users into port 80. Option C. The web server cannot handle an increasing amount of HTTPS requests, so it forwards users to port 80. Option D. An error was caused by BGP due to new rules applied over the company's internal routers. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. An on-path attack is being performed by someone with internal access that forces users into port 80. Question 8. A security analyst is tasked with prioritizing vulnerabilities for remediation. The relevant company security policies are shown below. Security Policy 1006. Vulnerability Management 1. The company shall use the CVSSV3. 1 base score metrics, exploitability and impact, to prioritize the remediation of security vulnerabilities. 2. In situations where a choice must be made between confidentiality and availability, the company shall prioritize confidentiality of data over availability of systems and data. 3. The company shall prioritize patching of publicly available systems and services over patching of internally available system. According to the security policy, which of the following vulnerabilities should be the highest priority to patch? Option A. Name, Thor, Hammer CVSS. 3. 1. AV, NAC, LPR, NUI, NS, UC, NI, N, A, H internal system. Option B. Name, CAP, Shield CVSS 3. 1. AV, NAC, LPR, NUI, NS, UC, HI, N, A, N external system. Option C. Name, Loki, Dagger CVSS. 3. 1. AV, NAC, LPR, NUI, NS, UC, NI, N, A, H external system. Option D. Name, Thanos, Gauntlet CVSS. 3. 1. AV, NAC, LPR, NUI, NS, UC, HI, N, A, N internal system. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. Name, CAP, Shield CVSS 3. 1. AV, NAC, LPR, NUI, NS, UC, HI, N, A, N external system. Question 9. Which of the following will most likely ensure that mission-critical services are available in the event of an incident? Option A. Business Continuity Plan. Option B. Vulnerability Management Plan. Option C. Disaster Recovery Plan. Option D. Asset Management Plan. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. Business Continuity Plan. Question 10. The Chief Information Security Officer wants to eliminate and reduce shadow IT in the enterprise. Several high-risk cloud applications are used that increase the risk to the organization. Which of the following solutions will assist in reducing the risk? Option A. Deploy a CASB and enable policy enforcement. Option B. Configure MFA with strict access. Option C. Deploy an API gateway. Option D. Enable SSO to the cloud applications. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. Deploy a CASB and enable policy enforcement. Question 11. An incident response team receives an alert to start an investigation of an internet outage. The outage is preventing all users in multiple locations from accessing external SaaS resources. The team determines the organization was impacted by a DDoS attack. Which of the following logs should the team review first? Option A. CDN. Option B. Vulnerability Scanner. Option C. DNS. Option D. Web server. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option C. DNS. Question 12. A malicious actor has gained access to an internal network by means of social engineering. The actor does not want to lose access in order to continue the attack. Which of the following best describes the current stage of the cyber kill chain that the threat actor is currently operating in? Option A. Weaponization. Option B. Reconnaissance. Option C. Delivery. Option D. Exploitation. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option D. Exploitation. Question 13. An analyst finds that an IP address outside of the company network that is being used to run network and vulnerability scans across external facing assets. Which of the following steps of an attack framework is the analyst witnessing? Option A. Exploitation. Option B. Reconnaissance. Option C. Command and control. Option D. Actions on objectives. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option B. Reconnaissance. Question 14. An incident response analyst notices multiple emails traversing the network that target only the administrators of a company. The email contains a concealed URL that leads to an unknown website in another country. Which of the following best describes what is happening? Choose 2. Option A. Beaconing. Option B. Domain name system hijacking. Option C. Social engineering attack. Option D. On-path attack. Option E. Obfuscated links. Option F. Address resolution protocol poisoning. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option C. Social engineering attack. Option E. Obfuscated links. Question 15. During security scanning, a security analyst regularly finds the same vulnerabilities in a critical application. Which of the following recommendations would best mitigate this problem if applied along the SDLC phase? Option A. Conduct regular red team exercises over the application in production. Option B. Ensure that all implemented coding libraries are regularly checked. Option C. Use application security scanning as part of the pipeline for the CI/CD flow. Option D. Implement proper input validation for any data entry form. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option C. Use application security scanning as part of the pipeline for the CI/CD flow. Question 16. An analyst is reviewing a vulnerability report and must make recommendations to the executive team. The analyst finds that most systems can be upgraded with a reboot resulting in a single downtime window. However, two of the critical systems cannot be upgraded due to a vendor appliance that the company does not have access to. Which of the following inhibitors to remediation do these systems and associated vulnerabilities best represent? Option A. Proprietary systems. Option B. Legacy systems. Option C. Unsupported operating systems. Option D. Lack of maintenance windows. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. Proprietary systems. Question 17. The security team reviews a web server for XSS and runs the following Nmap scan. Which of the following most accurately describes the result of the scan? Option A. An output of characters greater than n, as the parameters used the attempt. Option B. The vulnerable parameter ID HTTP 172.31.15. 2/1. PHP. id2 and unfiltered characters returned. Option C. The vulnerable parameter and unfiltered or encoded characters passed greater than n, as unsafe. Option D. The vulnerable parameter and characters greater than n, with a reflected XSS attempt. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option D. The vulnerable parameter and characters greater than n, with a reflected XSS attempt. Question 18. Which of the following is the best action to take after the conclusion of a security incident to improve incident response in a future? Option A. Develop a call tree to inform impacted users. Option B. Schedule a review with all teams to discuss what occurred. Option C. Create an executive summary to update company leadership. Option D. Review regulatory compliance with public relations for official notification. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option B. Schedule a review with all teams to discuss what occurred. Question 19. A security analyst received a malicious binary file to analyze. Which of the following is the best technique to perform the analysis? Option A. Code analysis. Option B. Static analysis. Option C. Reverse engineering. Option D. Fuzzing. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option C. Reverse engineering. Question 20. An incident response team found IOCs in a critical server. The team needs to isolate and collect technical evidence for further investigation. Which of the following pieces of data should be collected first in order to preserve sensitive information before isolating a server? Option A. Hard disk. Option B. Primary boot partition. Option C. Malicious files. Option D. Routing table. Option E. Static IP address. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option D. Routing table. Question 21. Which of the following security operations tasks are ideal for automation? Option A. Suspicious file analysis. Look for suspicious-looking graphics in a folder. Create subfolders in the original folder based on category of graphics found. Move the suspicious graphics to the appropriate subfolder. Option B. Firewall IOC block actions. Rules. Option C. Security application user errors. Search the error logs for signs of users having trouble with the security application. Look up the user's phone number. Call the user to help with any questions about using the application. Option D. Email header analysis. Check the email header for a phishing confidence metric greater than or equal to 5. Add the domain of sender to the block list. Move the email to quarantine. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D. Email header analysis. Check the email header for a phishing confidence metric greater than or equal to 5. Add the domain of sender to the block list. Move the email to quarantine. Question 22. An organization has experienced a breach of customer transactions. Under the terms of PCI DSS, which of the following groups should the organization report the breach to? Option A. PCI Security Standards Council. Option B. Local law enforcement. Option C. Federal law enforcement. Option D. Card issuer. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D. Card issuer. Question 23. Which of the following is the best metric for an organization to focus on given recent investments in CM, and a ticketing system? Option A. Mean time to detect. Option B. Number of exploits by tactic. Option C. Alert volume. Option D. Quantity of intrusion attempts. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. Mean time to detect. Question 24. A company is implementing a vulnerability management program and moving from an on-premises environment to a hybrid IaaS cloud environment. Which of the following implications should be considered on the new hybrid environment? Option A. The current scanners should be migrated to the cloud. Option B. Cloud-specific misconfigurations may not be detected by the current scanners. Option C. Existing vulnerability scanners cannot scan IaaS systems. Option D. Vulnerability scans on cloud environments should be performed from the cloud. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. Cloud-specific misconfigurations may not be detected by the current scanners. Question 25. A security alert was triggered when an end user tried to access a website that is not allowed per organizational policy. Since the action is considered a terminable offense, the SOC analyst collects the authentication logs, web logs, and temporary files, reflecting the web searches from the user's workstation, to build the case for the investigation. Which of the following is the best way to ensure that the investigation complies with HR or privacy policies? Option A. Create a timeline of events detailing the date stamps, user account hostname and IP information associated with the activities. Option B. Ensure that the case details do not reflect any user identifiable information. Password protect the evidence and restrict access to personnel related to the investigation. Option C. Create a code name for the investigation in the ticketing system so that all personnel with access will not be able to easily identify the case as an HR-related investigation. Option D. Notify the SOC manager for awareness after confirmation that the activity was intentional. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. Ensure that the case details do not reflect any user identifiable information. Password protect the evidence and restrict access to personnel related to the Investigation. Question 26. Which of the following is the first step that should be performed when establishing a disaster recovery plan? Option A. Agree on the goals and objectives of the plan. Option B. Determine the site to be used during a disaster. Option C. Demonstrate adherence to a standard disaster recovery process. Option D. Identify applications to be run during a disaster. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. Agree on the goals and objectives of the plan. Question 27. A technician identifies a vulnerability on a server and applies a software patch. Which of the following should be the next step in the remediation process? Option A. Testing. Option B. Implementation. Option C. Validation. Option D. Rollback. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option C. Validation. Question 28. The analyst reviews the following endpoint log entry. Which of the following has occurred? Option A. Registry change. Option B. Rename computer. Option C. New account introduced. Option D. Privilege escalation. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option C. New account introduced. Question 29. A security program was able to achieve a 30% improvement in MTTR by integrating security controls into a scene. The analyst no longer had to jump between tools. Which of the following best describes what the security program did? Option A. Data enrichment. Option B. Security control plane. Option C. Threat feed combination. Option D. Single pane of glass. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option D. Single pane of glass. Question 30. Due to reports of unauthorized activity that was occurring on the internal network, an analyst is performing a network discovery. The analyst runs an Nmap scan against a corporate network to evaluate which devices were operating in the environment. Given the following output, which of the following choices should the analyst look at first? Option A. WH4DC-748G. LAN 192.168.86.152. Option B. Officer Player. LAN 192.168.86.22. Option C. Imaging. LAN 192.168.86.150. Option D. X laptop. LAN 192.168.86.249. Option E. P4WNP1 Aloha. LAN 192.168.86.56. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option E. P4WNP1 Aloha.LAN 192.168.86.56. Question 31. When starting an investigation, which of the following must be done first? Option A. Notify law enforcement. Option B. Secure the scene. Option C. Seize all related evidence. Option D. Interview the witnesses. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option B. Secure the scene. Question 32. Which of the following describes how a CSIRT lead determines who should be communicated with and when during a security incident? Option A. The lead should review what is documented in the incident response policy or plan. Option B. Management level members of the CSIRT should make that decision. Option C. The lead has the authority to decide who to communicate with at any time. Option D. Subject matter experts on the team should communicate with others within the specified area of expertise. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. The lead should review what is documented in the incident response policy or plan. Question 33. A new cybersecurity analyst is tasked with creating an executive briefing on possible threats to the organization. Which of the following will produce the data needed for the briefing? Option A. Firewall logs. Option B. Indicators of compromise. Option C. Risk assessment. Option D. Access control lists. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C. Risk assessment. Question 34. An analyst notices there is an internal device sending HTTPS traffic with additional characters in the header to a known malicious IP in another country. Which of the following describes what the analyst has noticed? Option A. Beaconing. Option B. Cross-site scripting. Option C. Buffer overflow. Option D. PHP traversal. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. Beaconing. Question 35. A security analyst is reviewing a packet capture in Wireshark that contains an FTP session from a potentially compromised machine. The analyst sets the following display filter. FTP. The analyst can see there are several RETR requests with 226 transfer complete responses. But the packet list pane is not showing the packets containing the file transfer itself. Which of the following can the analyst perform to see the entire contents of the downloaded files? Option A. Change the display filter to FTP. Active. Port. Option B. Change the display filter to TCP. Port == 20. Option C. Change the display filter to FTP data and follow the TCP streams. Option D. Navigate to the File menu and select FTP from the Export Objects option. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C. Change the display filter to FTP data and follow the TCP streams. Question 36. A SOC manager receives a phone call from an upset customer. The customer received a vulnerability report 2 hours ago. But the report did not have a follow-up remediation response from an analyst. Which of the following documents should the SOC manager review to ensure the team is meeting the appropriate contractual obligations for the customer? Option A. SLA. Option B. MA. Option C. NDA. Option D. Limitation of liability. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. SLA. Question 37. Which of the following phases of the cyber kill chain involves the adversary attempting to establish communication with a successfully exploited target? Option A. Command and control. Option B. Actions on objectives. Option C. Exploitation. Option D. Delivery. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. Command and control. Question 38. A company that has a geographically diverse workforce and dynamic IPS wants to implement a vulnerability scanning method with reduced network traffic. Which of the following would best meet this requirement? Option A. External. Option B. Agent-based. Option C. Non-credentialed. Option D. Credentialed. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. Agent-based. Question 39. A security analyst detects an exploit attempt containing the following command. SHI greater than N, Dave, UDP, 10. 1. 14821 0 greater than $L. Which of the following is being attempted? Option A. RC. Option B. Reverse shell. Option C. XSS. Option D. SQL injection. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B, reverse shell. Question 40. An older CVE with a vulnerability score of 7.1 was elevated to a score of 9.8 due to a widely available exploit being used to deliver ransomware. Which of the following factors would an analyst most likely communicate as the reason for this? Escalation. Option A. Scope. Option B. Weaponization. Option C. CVSS. Option D. Asset value. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B, weaponization.